Alright, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, once again to dive into the best and most forgotten real-time strategy games of the gaming industry. Last time, yesterday, we finished the human campaign for Grey Goo, the last AAA title that Petroglyph Games created. Remember, one of the masters of the real-time strategy genre that we've been looking at when we were trying to find these works of art. Now, today I have excellent news for all of you, because Microsoft has just revealed that Age of Empires 4 is coming with news on April the 10th at 9 AM Pacific, 12 PM Eastern. Yes, they will have a stream on April the 10th. So I wanted to share those news before we get to the Goo campaign for Grey Goo. And I have them right here. Here you can see them, gentlemen, in case you don't believe me. Age of Empires 4 reveals coming next month. Surprising reveals coming for 3 Age of Empires games. Microsoft has announced an Age of Empires fan preview event for April the 10th. And I thought this would be extremely interesting for all of us, since, for the most part, this is great news for the real-time strategy genre, which is that that we have the hope, the distant but important hope, that there will be a resurgence for the real-time strategy genre. There is still hope, and these news are excellent, since, as you may know, Age of Empires is one of the only 2 titles that currently remain active in spite of the utter annihilation of the real-time strategy genre, which is sadly dead, you know. And Age of Empires, as well as StarCraft 2, and as well as Warcraft 3, could make a resurgence for the genre, and we have the hope with this release. I was very happy. I felt very happy when I heard this news, that now the Age of Empire, the real-time strategy genre, will be relevant once again. It's a faint but important glimmer of hope for the real-time strategy genre. That's for sure, gentlemen. So, we should all write down. So, since we have an appointment for April the 10th for the trailer, and they also promised gameplay for the upcoming Age of Empires 4 game. So I wanted to highlight this before we got into Grey Goo. As you can see here, Age of Empires has been a remarkably quiet. Age of Empires 4 has been a remarkably quiet project for some time, with our last week proper look at the game in a 2019 trailer. Yeah, that's true. The game was announced in 2017, as you can read. There was a trailer 2 years later, and now apparently we will have the so much anticipated and incredible gameplay for Age of Empires 4. Gentlemen, this is excellent news, because maybe this project will not only make a resurgence for the Age of Empires saga, which didn't need one because they have all sold, they have all been selling pretty well, even up until now. But it could mean a resurgence for the real-time strategy genre, a revival, the so much sought and anticipated revival for the real-time strategy genre, gentlemen. So important is this that it could mean that, once again, as we've been telling you in this channel for so many months now, that the real-time strategy genre deserves a resurgence, a second chance, a second wind, if you may call it, if you want to call it like that, in which we will be able to once again get new AAA releases for the real-time strategy genre. Extremely important, gentlemen. We will be broadcasting this. I hope that I can. Because it's extremely important for my beloved genre, that I am the only one, apparently, on Twitch caring about this genre. So, it's extremely important for us. And we need to showcase this, because it's the only way to create newer fans. To create newer fans, and that's the only way to showcase the real-time strategy genre and make sure that those new fans actually care for it and that we can actually save this genre from the utter annihilation, the sad fate that the illiterate gamers have caused. Sad but true, the illiterate gamers have caused the death of the real-time strategy genre. And now we have a chance to give it a second chance, to give it a second wind, an opportunity to fight the disgusting illiterates who have no idea what of the quality that the RTS genre possesses. And so, gentlemen, I felt compelled to highlight that before proceeding with today's gameplay for Grey Goo. So, where were we? Last time, as I told you, we finished the human campaign, and apparently we were about to get into the Goo campaign. We were about to get into the Goo campaign. That's right. That is right. The Goo campaign. Alright. Alright, let me get this up and running. There we go, gentlemen. There we go. Performance mode. And we head into the Goo campaign for Grey Goo. How are you doing, Lord Nihilus? Have you devoured any planets as of late? I'm sure you have. Yeah, by the way, for the people who don't know, KOTOR 2 is my favorite game of all time. Besides Sutor, that's for sure. Here it is. So incredible. Well, now where is it? Where's Grey Goo? Here it is. Remember, gentlemen, as I always tell you, Petroglyph Games created Grey Goo. It was the last triple A real-time strategy games that they created. Sadly, even if Petroglyph Games are still around, they have survived the utter annihilation of the real-time strategy genre. And so this is what their swan song, their last work of art with the appropriate amount of money, the proper budget that they need to have to create this work of art. As you can see, they have created their own engine for the game. So let's establish connection to MAM. I'm sure that now that we've completed the human campaign, you all know what that is. Alright. So far, for the analysis. My first complaint about Grey Goo, notice that I grew up playing Petroglyph Games works of art. Star Wars Empire at War, Forces of Corruption, which is the expansion for this title. Earth Assault, Universe at War, Earth Assault. However, I need to be fair with my analysis. The campaign for Grey Goo, it's extremely weak. Why, you may be wondering? Because it's only 6 missions for the beta race, 6 missions, well actually 5, now that I see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 missions for the human race, and now I assume we will have 5 or 6 missions for the Goo race, alright? So 11 missions for the campaign, it's a bit weak. Consider that even Loria that we played, and it's another modern example of real-time strategy, it was an indie title. It didn't have the budget that this game had on 2015. This one was released on 2015, and Loria on 2018. But they are impossible to compare. You can't compare both of them. Loria is 2D. It's an indie title. It has a limited budget. Alright. This game has excellent cinematics. You all saw it. Excellent graphics. The pathfinding for the units is excellent. The artificial intelligence is excellent. Everything. I can't complain. But the campaign is way too short. It's way too short. It's true that we have a DLC campaign which apparently introduces a 4th race, and we will be playing it since the campaign for this game is extremely short. I did the whole human race campaign, campaign on yesterday's stream, so it's only 4 hours of gameplay, even on the highest difficulty. The beta campaign was a bit more polished, just a tiny bit. It had more gameplay, that's for sure. And yes, it was a bit more polished, but still it was lacking a cohesively developed plot. Because then again, this game suffers the same problem that the Lord of the Rings War of the Ring had, sadly. The campaign doesn't have a cohesively developed plot. And the worst part of it is that it's also way too short. Nevertheless, nevertheless, and that's why I have been calling this game a forgotten gem, an excellent game. It's one of the jewels of the crown of the PC exclusive real-time strategy games, which most of them are. The genre is exclusive on it's wholly exclusive. So, weak points: the campaign is a bit short, and it doesn't have a cohesively developed plot. Maybe sometimes they try. They did a better job than the Lord of the Rings War of the Ring, because that one didn't have any connection at all between missions. This one has the cinematics which try to connect the missions, but to no avail. It's not enough. There isn't a properly developed plot. It's simply that the goo appeared. If you're watching this, you've already seen the rest of the streams. If not, don't worry. It isn't a plot. It isn't a plot. It's an excuse to teach you how to learn the different gameplay mechanics, and I think that's a terribly lost opportunity for this game. So, simply the goo appeared and they tried to destroy everything. It's pretty much a copy of StarCraft 2 or StarCraft 1 for that matter. The Zerg are bad, they swarm us in numbers, they outnumber us, and they are coming to destroy everything. Pretty much that's the thing. The whole plot. That's the weakest point that I've found in this game. Consider that a StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty, released 5 years before this game, had a cohesively developed campaign, it was longer, and of course the gameplay was the excellence, the paragon of the genre. That's something that should always be noted. This game has excellent gameplay, excellent presentation, excellent execution, but it's lacking the easiest part for game development, which was simply creating a story and creating, instead of these 11, 12 now scenarios for the campaign, extend the story, extend the background, the presentation of the characters, the background stories for them. For example, we saw that Singleton sacrificed himself without any kind of important background on who he was, why he was aiding humanity even though he was a robot. Did the human civilization create robots besides creating the goo? On that matter, I would have introduced the creation of the goo by the humans at the beginning of the campaign, before the attack of the goo on the beta home world. All of those things, they could have easily extended the story. They should have simply told us where did the goo come from. Anything. They could invent anything. How did the human how did the human discover the betas? Know that instead we get the story that simply Lassie Tak, which is the commander for the human faction during this campaign, finds the beta like randomly, and that's a terrible plot hole. We can't imagine a single ship like hers finding a whole civilization and the goo and all of that. There isn't any general command, there isn't any government involved, there isn't, for example, like StarCraft 1 did with the United Earth Directorate, and all of those things. Emperor Mengsk and all of that. The story, basically the story for the first chapter of StarCraft 1 and uh, the StarCraft Brood War expansion's storyline, which tells us how the Earth government, how the Terran government worked, that Jim Raynor was the enemy because they were renegades alongside Mengsk and they had escaped, and that the government, which is actually the Confederacy, tries to catch them. Here there's no background at all. You are presented with the characters, you know nothing about them, and that has consequences. That there is zero character development in this game, in this game's campaign. That's the critical flaw for this game, I will tell you, gentlemen. The only big critical flaw that I've seen. But for the rest, the game is excellent. The gameplay, it's excellent. Presentation, execution, the graphics, the cutscenes, the animations are extremely expensive, especially considering it's 2015. Everything about the game is excellent, but that's a critical flaw, unfortunately. StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty had almost 30 missions or even more. Armies of Exego has 36 missions. And this game, even if the missions are high quality, is way too short. There isn't a focus on single player. It's evident that the game doesn't have a focus on single player. And that's sad, because I know most of these games aim for a multiplayer experience, but no, it's a crime to forget that single player exists. Single player should be the main game mode. The single player campaign should be the main attraction for a game. Interesting character development, a rich story, complex plot, and all of those things. And it's sad to see that Petroglyph Games went the multiplayer way with this game. Mainly due to the fact that now we are full of multiplayer filth, such as Fortnite, Among Us, the ones I mention every day, gentlemen. If you watch the streams, you know my rants. The multiplayer filth is responsible for a lot of dead genres. It's responsible for a lot of casualties during the console wars, the different genres that they have killed. And real-time strategy is one of the biggest casualties of the multiplayer invasion of the gaming industry. So gentlemen, we will go ahead, and it's been almost half an hour. Well, we read the Age of Empires 4 news, and we had the intro, so it's been 20 minutes. So let's get to the first mission for the Goo campaign. Let's see.
He is offering to go.
No. I am.
So that others may live. How many people have you killed over the years?
407.
Von Neumann probe, or as the press loves to call it, the Goo, will permit us to transfer the microscopic wormholes.
This is Valiant Blood reporting. Key personnel secure. Continuing rounds. Casualties.
You're a good man, Singleton. I owe you, mate.
Expand, recover, protect.
Preservation. System at risk. The silence is growing.
Alright, so the Goo have more or less nothing to say to us. Remember, Singleton sacrificed his life, the robot, to save the humans, both the humans and the Vitas, from the annihilation that the goo were causing upon the Vita's home planet. So, Singleton sacrificed himself, the robot, but we felt, at least I didn't feel any kind of, I felt some empathy, naturally, but the game had such poor character development that we didn't even know who Singleton was, even after all of this. Even after playing all of the previous missions of the campaign. And it's truly sad. Because it was a sacrifice, which in a storyline should be a sad, compelling moment. And the player will not feel at all any empathy for that, because they have no background on who or what Singleton was. We only knew that he helped the humans and that he sacrificed for the sake of them. So that's poor writing, poor character development. Now, I understand that the game isn't a movie. That a game isn't a movie, especially for the real-time strategy genre. I also don't like when game reviewers and so-called professionals prioritize storyline before gameplay. When they prioritize storyline over gameplay, sorry. But zero character development, it's plain and simple a poor decision for game development. We should at least know where Singleton came from, where the humans come from, and don't say the Earth, I mean in the context of this intergalactic war. You can imagine, for example, the Earth Directorate in StarCraft. We know that they were traveling to the Kuprulu sector, that they were exploring, that they found the Zerg, that the Protoss also were attacking them by the time of StarCraft 1, then they allied, all of that. This one basically, the Vita are the Protoss, they don't understand with the humans, and all of that you saw yesterday. But there is no character development. Imagine if you simply saw Jim Raynor saving Kerrigan at the end of StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty without knowing anything that had happened in StarCraft 1 and the expansion Brood War. This is what I'm criticizing. You will probably be a bit lost, you will not be able to appreciate the characters properly, and that's absolutely reasonable considering the poor execution for character development in this game. Also, the campaign is short. So those are my two critiques for now that I've been thinking about. Those are my two complaints. For the rest, the game is excellent. Survival imperative, find last remaining Mother Goo, avoid contact. Yeah, remember that Singleton sacrificed and he exterminated all of the Goo. Apparently, not all of them, and now we are playing as the Goo. Human and designation Beta until Mother secure, protective, and yeah, it looks like they are not very good at speaking the Goo. So let's see. What do we have here? Don't worry, gentlemen, it will load. Don't worry, it will load. It does this. If you've been watching the streams, it does this.
Locate. Protect. Hostile designated human in location. Avoid. Begin monitoring human communications.
Valiant Block, please report.
No goose sightings. I'm continuing patrols.
We can't let our guard down. If we let even one drop escape, it could multiply again. We don't have another stockpile to blow up.
Yes, miss. I understand.
By the way, again, sorry that I'm on top of their transmissions, but I am not changing the position of my portrait because of one single game, and because then once I move my portrait, then maybe the next game has the portraits over there, and also the dialogues aren't interesting at all. So locate and free Mother Goo. So this must be anti-infantry, this must be anti-vehicle, and this thing, I don't know what it may be. But it looks bigger than the other two. So this is apparently a stealth mission. So let's see how the Goo we'll see if we can finish the Goo campaign today. Alright. So, how do I avoid detection? Well, it's not that way apparently. Alright. What happened to the other drone? Dagger. Avoid being detected by daggers. I also don't have an insane amount of troops, so we better stay unnoticed. Okay. There's pretty much... We need to wait for them to go over there. And maybe we'll be able to sneak past. There we go. There we go. What?
Enemy location confirmed.
Well,
All drones confirmed.
there's that. We'll have to kill them. Yeah. I think that was pretty much impossible. Well, as you can see, my stealth abilities aren't the best in the world, even though I finished... I finished Dishonored 1 on the highest difficulty, as well as The Last of Us 1 on the PS3 with 30 frames per second on the highest difficulty, both of them my first playthroughs, without problem. So, of course I died sometimes, but nothing terrible. I finished both of them on the highest difficulty, so...
Expansion required. Catalyst feeds expansion.
Go to Exile Mother Goo. Alright, now... Look at that. I can control that mass of goo. The Mother Goo, primary production, tech upgrade, and resource unit, grows by feeding on catalyst and enemy units. If all Mother Goo are lost, you've lost the game. Alright, so you can have several bases. Mother Goo growth. The Mother Goo begins growing when it's moved on a resource spigot. Resources collect instantly from the spigot or by consuming enemy objects and gradually grow the Mother Goo for a short duration. The spigot will soon refill, or you can move to a fresh spigot while the growth lasts. Interesting. So, this thing acts as a structure in this case. Okay, I love that it's yellow. I don't know why. Yeah. Let's see now. Okay, so there we go. It feeds on the resource over there. Where's my resource collection? I can see it here. Resource spigots. Resource spigots appear as geysers within resource fields. Mother Goo can collect them and continue moving. Spigots will eventually regenerate, allowing resources to be collected again. I assume she's feeding. Yeah, it's recovering health, apparently. Oh. Okay. Well, this is a big change from the other two races, that's for sure. Small Prothean, Morph Drober, Morph Strider, Morph Radiant, Morph Radiant, Morph Strider, currently disabled. What I love about this race is the interface, that's for sure. What's this? Creating child Protheans. To create a small or large Prothean, select a mother and click the respective button. Your Mother Goo must be of appropriate size to split. Oh. So, there are no buildings required for this race? Where's the small Prothean? Small production unit. Faster scout, detects stealth. Can morph into several light units. Has caustic aura that damages units and structures. Has aura to reduce movement speed. Can move up cliffs. Stealth detector. Alright, so this civilization, the Goo don't use buildings at all. Creating Goo units. To create units, select a small or large Prothean and select a unit. Each Prothean type has a unique set of units available for production. Okay, so the small Prothean may turn into these guys. How about two Striders? Oh. Why are they damaged? The Strider, strong against slightly armored targets. Nice. I wouldn't want to be near that thing. Yeah. So, this civilization uses no buildings at all. Damage growing. Morph Mother Goo. Primary production and harvesting units. Siphons, cattle. Aha, so one Mother Goo can split into another Mother Goo. Can split into two and create a second one of a smaller size. Splitting cast. Oh boy, that thing is growing. Splitting casts. Mother Goo can split off pieces to make units and research tech, but each split has a size cast. The first bar cannot be spent for splitting. Mother Goo cannot die from a split. Okay. So it will... Okay. This is extremely strange. by the way. Radiant, scout units. I don't need that. I need this. Again, 2 of them. They regenerate health extremely fast also. So, morph Mother Goo. There we go, there we have another one. Oh. It damaged the first Mother Goo. Okay, so we should send this thing. Can it get through cliffs? Can it get through cliffs? Yeah, it can. Look at that. Right. I'm beginning to think this race is a bit OP. No offense. So no buildings required. Can get through the cliffs, which the other 2 races can't. Yes, this is getting. We'll see, but oh, I also love how they glow. They have those little hexagons. Look at the details of the terrain and the units. Excellent. I can't produce the the medium proteans still. Oh. Damn, they killed the other Mother Goo. Creating new Mother Goos. Yeah, we already learned how to do that. There we go. Damn, this is extremely fast. I'm beginning to think this race is going to be a tad OP. I don't know why. I'm under that impression. The Drover, effective in large groups, fires shotgun like blast. Yeah, they are like the Zerglings. All right, so we have no drop off point. I can't pay the cost. So the cost of producing units is the size of the Mother Goo, apparently. Now this is strange. I feel like examining a strange creature. That's for sure. This must be the most strange and innovative civilization of any RTS ever. No buildings. There are no buildings at all. Morph into 2 Striders. Of course it has. It's like the Zerg, but even the Zerg have some buildings. This race has no buildings at all. It feels strange. Well, let's clear that second location so we can move a second Mother Goo. And let's morph 2 Striders to defend that one. Damn. Well, they are pretty weak. That's their weakness. The units are pretty squishy. But I'm quite sure that's because I don't know how to use them for now. I'm also thinking that you can move the extractor because that's the mother goo. So yeah, pretty much. I think this race is pretty OP. Maybe even more than the Zerg during their best days. Nowadays, Protoss is the way to go, I think. But oh, here we have set rally point. Okay, there we go. You can set rally points for the Mother Goo. It's so strange. Oh, it's expanding. Look at that. That thing it's expanding. It's spreading like fire. So I need 2 bars, 2 complete bars of mass in order to create another Mother Goo. Oh, I love that it's so liquid. It's a strange liquid, that's for sure. But the production time is almost instant. It's almost instant, gentlemen. It's almost instant. Okay, okay. Oh, and they glow. Yeah, the graphics for this game are... I would argue that they are even better than StarCraft 2. Yeah, they are better than StarCraft 2. The textures of the units is excellent. But as I told you, gentlemen, the only weak point of this game is that it should have had a longer story. That's why they have a DLC campaign and a 4th race, which we'll explore. However, I can't imagine how it gets stranger than this. How can it get more strange than this? I love the texture of the units. It's extremely polished. The animations, look at that. It's gorgeous. Damn. This game had so much potential. Alright, so there's a limit to the Mother's Goo. Capacity to create things. To create units. Alright, we'll be listening to those sounds a lot, apparently. Okay, let's see if we can get over here and secure that second location. A second resource location. Now we should go for a Mother Goo and send it over here. That should boost our resource collection. Have patience, gentlemen. I'm learning how to use these things. It's either this race or the human race. The human race, which are OP. But I think this one is even worse. There we go. So it morphs. It comes over here. There we go. So that's why we were facing so many of these things during the last campaign, the human campaign. Oh, so they can get through terrain, and they are faster than you imagine, gentlemen. They are faster than you imagine. Consider that here we don't have to set up extractors or anything like that. You simply send these things and...
Protect the catalyst vents. We can't let it multiply.
Alright. And how about you? Can you produce now? Yeah, you should be able to produce now. This campaign will be fun, that's for sure, once I get a hang of it. Get the hang of it, sorry. Alright. I can only imagine having a lot of these things. How dangerous can it be? Now let's secure this. Come on, don't attack the walls. Don't be stupid. God damn it. God damn it. So there are no resources for this race. You don't collect resources. Your resources is actually the size of your mother goo. Or your mother goose, to be precise. I thought that was enough to clear the place, but apparently isn't. Let's get rid of those walls. Okay. Oh. Uh-huh. No, we'll go for a third Maragu. Then... There we go. Now we just need to turtle and wait for... There we go. So, move over here, please. Wait, now that I think of it, I don't need to assign the mother goose to the resources. Yeah, I need to, because if they don't attach the resources, they don't grow and they can't create new units. Alright, okay. So it's risky to create mother goose indiscriminately without assigning them to a resource location. Damn, no, don't attack. We'll need a big army to deal with that. For now, we'll not attack. We won't attack. You require a higher APM for this race. That's for sure. Unless, can I assign control groups to the mother goose? Yeah, I can. I'll need more control groups. I'll only need more control groups. There we go. You need to sequentially create the units. And you need to be fast. No. There we go. Damn it. There we go. Yeah, it's not so fast now that I... get to play with it, but... Damn, again. Okay. At least they make sure that you know what you are doing before you go ahead and play with these races. Alright, let's do this. Oh. How about now? Is it enough? I will not risk losing all of these guys and not finishing the mission. So, there's that. I assume this is Morph Medium Proteum. And well, this is Morph Matter Goo. Alright. I'm not sure if this race is OP, but it's strange, that's for sure. Interesting. No. I knew I had moved that thing. Okay. I assume this should be more than enough to destroy that base. Well, I'm not sure. What the fuck? What does the game pretend of me to bring a whole army? Can you attack at least? Consumption. All formless goo, including the purger, can consume objects in proximity. Consumption causes damage and all effects depending on the product. Yeah. I can't believe this, gentlemen. I can't believe this. Yeah. Should we restart? Because I think I somehow ruined the pace for this mission, because I think I was supposed to attack earlier or something like that. Besides, the game locks you out of the more powerful units, so... Yeah, shut up. I don't know what the game expected me to do. At all. So let's try that again.
Enemy location confirmed. All drones converge.
Stealth operation failed. Hostiles eroded. Continue primary task. Unit under attack. The obstruction must be removed. Free and protect. Freedom achieved.
Expansion required. Catalyst feeds expansion.
Can we find some catalyst crates? No, there's no catalyst crates at all. This game should have a this game should have a faster game speed option. No, there's none. Well, I must admit that waiting for a mass of goo to expand certainly isn't the most interesting thing I've done for the real-time strategy genre while playing the real-time strategy genre, but apparently we need to learn to babysit this thing. One thing's for sure, it's faster than the Vita and the humans. Consider that we don't need any buildings. We don't wait for any construction times at all. So, but the thing is that we get to do nothing in the meantime. We need another mother group. But I'm afraid that I will not be able to defend her. Maybe we need to create more of these things. More drovers. God, me gentlemen, sorry that I don't talk, but I'm astonished by this race. It's so strange. Yeah, I lacked those rovers. That's the problem. That's the problem. I lacked the drovers, the anti-infantry units. There we go. They die faster now. Come on, give me the second mother group.
non-destructive capability required. The mother class is highly effective against most structural forums.
Okay, so the Mother Goose are siege units. So I need to use my base as a siege unit. That's certainly so strange. Right, so we need to turn half of our army into drovers and half of our army into the other guys, the Striders, in order to succeed. It's not enough to simply create Striders. So let's get to it. Where was it? Here. So, morph into Strider. And you will morph also into Strider. Now you will morph into Drover. And you will wait and we'll have a third Mother Goo. There we go. How much health do these little things have? 65. Alright. 61. Well, that's a lot of health because consider that it gives you 4 units. Yeah, this race must have been difficult to balance. I'm not even sure that they could balance them properly. Oh, right. 2 more Striders. Come on. Let's go for this third Mother Goo then. And there they are. I think they have no more units. To defend their base. They have anti-heavy sentinels though. Yeah. This was easier than I thought. God damn it. So let's regroup a bit. Alright, let me... There we go. So first one is this one, second one is this one, third one is this one. Alright. There we go, I have vision of the base now, actually. Ooh. What's that? A spy?
Unit under attack. Unit under attack.
There we go. Whoa.
Unit under attack. Unit under attack.
There we go. I'm lacking the drovers. There we go.
Unit under attack.
I know you want to watch the action, gentlemen. Oh, what's that? Alright, so I simply use the control group and send the Protheans, and then I morph them over here. Alright. There we go. It only took me 15 minutes, yeah. It was easier than I thought. Oh, what's that? You simply cycle through the Mother Goose and there we go. And send the Protheans, and then you morph them once they arrive. There we go. Let's continue.
Call. Restore mask. Evaluating options.
Identifying highest concentrations of
Catalyst. We are following a search and destroy pattern, and they know we require catalyst. If we are to survive, we need more information.
Revised goal.
Acquire data. Evaluating options.
Oh, they are going for Mum.
Mum is located in the module core, currently controlled by Specialist Cobalt. Our sustained survival is dependent on gaining access to Mum's database. To dedicate processing on the search and destroy sweep, Cobalt had secured Mum with distributed hardware encryption. To gain the access we require, we must first find and destroy the encryption nodes. The module core must remain intact.
Proceeding with revised goals.
Well, look at that. Looks like Singleton merged with the Goo when he sacrificed. Look at that. The Shallows. Mum data access required to obtain tactical information concerning hostile designate. Human and hostile designate beta. Mum network connection available in human lander. Connection blocked by firewall encryption module. Destroy encryption nodes. Access Mum database. Do not destroy Lambda. Survival dependent on results. Alright. Alright, gentlemen. Let me see 1 second. If you don't mind, let me see 1 second. Something, and we'll continue. I knew it. There we go. Much better. Much better. Much better. I thought the connection is alright. I need to remind myself constantly that to check it, because sometimes, even if it's not lost, even if it's not lost, we lose a lot of, I lose the connection a bit. Let me see. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Damn. I need to change the title. I knew it. It's not visible. Oh. Okay. Nice. There we go. Sorry, gentlemen. Ah, yeah, you can't watch. Everything seems to be fine. Yes, it's fine. So let's continue.
We are facing Specialist Cobalt.
Singleton, look at that.
Pilot and a worthy tactician.
Name irrelevant. Hostile status is relevant.
If it is Cobalt, we can pinpoint the likely locations of the encryption nodes.
Information accepted. Begin operation.
Okay, so Singleton sacrificed himself only to become part of the Goo mind. What a terrible destiny. The Mother Goo gains the ability to research one tech upgrade. Oh. Morph large Prothean. Alright. Oh, what are those?
That was a monitor in stealth mode. Cobalt is using them as advanced scouts. We should destroy them before they report our position.
Oh.
All drones alert. New forces spotted. Take all appropriate action.
Do you attack? Can you attack anyone or what? Interesting. So these things... Well, what's the meaning of this? I was supposed to survive that. Was I supposed to survive that? Would be the perfect question. Yeah. How am I supposed to survive that at all? Restart? Maybe? Restart? Yeah, the RNG for this game, it's so strange because that was impossible to survive. Like, at all. That was impossible to survive. Statistically impossible to survive. That was statistically impossible to survive. Absolutely statistically impossible to survive. There we go. Now the title should be visible, gentlemen. Thanks for telling me. Alright, so these units are useless. They are anti-air units. These explorers are mostly useless. The only ones useful are these guys and the Striders. The Drovers and the Striders. Alright, maybe we can group these guys over here and we will not be attacked. Because that's literally the only thing we can do. So.
That was a monitor in stealth mode. Cobalt is using them as advanced scouts. We should destroy them before they report our position.
All drones alert. Goo forces spotted. Take all appropriate action.
I was supposed to evade detection. Well, I honestly don't care. See how different the patterns are this time around. It's so random. More goo. We need rovers. Not much we can do, but I guess. There we go. Nice. Here we need to send another mother goo over there, but it's not that easy. Nice. It couldn't destroy my strider. Only one drover. Alright. The drovers are more lethal than I thought. They are actually carrying the team. How am I supposed to expand my base with my forces being attacked constantly? How many drovers do we have? 3. We could try to expand right now. It could be risky, but it will be risky, but I'll try to expand. We need to wait for another bar to fill. I'm out of drovers. Come on, come on, fill. Fill up. There we go. Oh boy. Well, it can't attack. It can attack. The mother goo as well. Can do the consumption. Can do the consumption. So there we go. Let's send that thing over here. And I need to be extremely careful. Quickly, more units. I can't believe these useless units survived and these drovers and the drovers and the striders didn't. God damn it. Damn. They know what they are targeting. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Well, they are not attacking the mother goo for some strange reason. God damn it. What should we do? Of course, we are going to. Damn. What? It's statistically impossible to survive that. Well, guess I shouldn't have expanded. I shouldn't have expanded to the second resource location. I shouldn't have expanded, gentlemen. I shouldn't have expanded at all. I shouldn't have expanded. I shouldn't have expanded at all. We'll try to not expand then. We'll try not to expand. Oh, I almost forgot. Need to be careful. During one of my first streams, I forgot to change scenes and I lost all of it. And the worst part of it is that it was actually 2 streams instead of 1. So I've learned to remember to change scenes. God damn it. Damn, adapting to the Goo gameplay, it's weird.
Stealth mode. Cobalt is using them as advanced scouts. We should destroy them before they report our position.
All drones alert. Goo forces spotted. Take all appropriate action.
How are we supposed to survive this? Also, why am I given these useless units? I guess maybe we're supposed to move to this location, perhaps? For the time being. Maybe that way we don't get spotted. Okay. How about here? It's a bit more... The location is a bit more secluded. Hidden.
All drones alert. Goo forces spotted. Take all appropriate action.
Oh, damn it. They've spotted us. What's this? Maybe we should now move over there. Again. Or what? Alright, there they are. Alright, let's... No. Let's stay here. So far it's been a quiet location in which we could expand our base. Okay, so far so good. Look at the surface of it. It's so liquid. I think it's those air units, the ones that are spotting us. Come on. How many? I have 5 rovers and what? Let's turn them into